because of time, I'm going to hand over to the next speaker right now. Do not, and I repeat, do not think of missing the immersion, because it is your gate to it is the key that is going to unlock your gate to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this morning. I'm going to be handing over to an amazing mentor. I want us to go to the chat box and welcome him right about now. Let's go to the chat box and welcome no other person. This person is my friend. This person is my colleague. He's an amazing personality. So let's go to the chat box and welcome Dr. Abraham Achado. Please give him the best welcome that you can come up with. Give him the best welcome you can come up with. Dr. Abraham Achado, are you in the meeting? Please, is he a co-host? Over to you. Thank you.
I'm a co-host. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Amazon Ambassador Chinasa Okpara. Thank you for the warm welcome. Please confirm you can hear me and confirm you can equally see me quickly so that we proceed immediately. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see me so that we can move quickly. Good morning, Eagles and Diamond. Good morning, Eagles. Good morning, Diamonds. Good morning, Eagles. Good morning, Diamond. So quickly this morning, I am up for an assignment and I will go straight into the assignment. Time is not an ally this morning. So ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, you can see me, please just confirm that and ensure that you are not missing out anything this morning. So quickly, ladies and gentlemen, to proceed, this morning I'm going to be talking briefly on obstacles to attending immersion and how to overcome them. Obstacle to attending immersion and how to overcome them. Obstacles to attending immersion and how to overcome them. So quickly, let's run. I'd like to start with this quote from Eric Worre this morning. Eric Worre said, in network marketing, the person who attends the most events wins. And he said, I don't just mean small group meetings or local team events. No, he said, I mean big destination events that are sponsored by either your company or your organization. He said, those destination events are the most powerful event you will ever go to. And it is crucial that you attend them. It is crucial that you attend them. It is crucial that you attend them. So this morning, quickly, let's look at what are the obstacles to attending immersion. What are the obstacles to attending immersion? And we'll probably be looking at how you can overcome them. I will list some of these obstacles, and what I'm going to be listing are not just limited to what you are going to have on your screen. It can be more, but let's discuss this quickly this morning. What are the obstacles that can help, that can make people to miss out immersion? Ladies and gentlemen, they include the following. Number one, distance barrier. Distance as an obstacle. Distance. Someone is saying, this meeting, I wish it was happening in my location. I would have attended. I wish I am in Abuja. It would have been easy for me to attend. Distance barrier. Distance is going to be a lot of reason why a lot of people are already preparing to miss out immersion. Secondly, accommodation barrier. If I go to Abuja, where do I sleep? Abuja is such a big city. Can I afford the hotel? I don't know anybody in Abuja. Where am I going to sleep? It's already a barrier. It's already an obstacle to a lot of people not going to attend immersion. The third one is money barrier. Money barrier. You see, the economy is very hard now. At this moment, dollar is something else. I don't have money. We don't have money. Money is a problem. That. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also a barrier. Someone said cracking. Please, any of the co-hosts can confirm if the audio is okay. Quickly, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the next barrier is the workplace barrier. Workplace barrier. A lot of people have concluded, a lot of people have settled down to use their job as an excuse to miss out immersion. They already felt they have genuine reason not to attend immersion. My workplace did not give me permission. I have already enjoyed my leave for the year. I doubt if they're going to give me another opportunity to enjoy 3 days leave, 4 days leave. Workplace barrier, ladies and gentlemen. And also the next one is called family barrier. Family barrier. This is where the man is already thinking, this little money I have, if I travel, what am I going to leave down for my children to feed on? The woman is already thinking, my husband is not going to permit me to attend. My husband is not in support of what I do. My husband is not going to permit me to come. This is where the woman will use her kids, her children. I don't have anybody staying with me. I have children. I have 2-year-old. I have 1-year-old. Who am I going to leave these children with? I think I won't be able to attend. Maybe next time. Maybe it is not God's will for me to attend. And not a Kingsman barrier. Some of the obstacles that people are already seeing. That's some of the walls that is standing in front of people as I speak now, that they have already made up their mind to mention. Please, if any of these obstacles on the screen is already a challenge, it's already an obstacle to you, go to the chat space and say, God forbid. Go to the chat space and type, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you overcome this? Listen to what Eric Worre said. Eric Worre said that when the value of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. When the value of a thing is not known, you will under-maximize it. When the value of a thing is not known, you will play with it. So this morning, what are going to be the solutions? Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about value. Discover value this morning. If you were told, if you are in Maiduguri and you were told that if you attend Abuja, the rest of your life you're going to live it in plenty, will you miss out? If you are told this morning that the only thing standing between you and your freedom financially is you going to Lagos this morning, will you say you don't have a transport? No. I discovered in life that nothing is lacking, that everything is possible. The only challenge is about priorities. What people prioritize, that is what they do. If you prioritize coming to immersion, distance will no longer be a barrier. If you prioritize coming to immersion, accommodation is no longer a barrier. I remember Eric said before they came to the level where they are, they remember going to the event, sleeping at the venue, sleeping in the car, and guess what? They sleep anywhere sleeping. They can sit at the venue hall till the next morning. The goal is to get value. Money is never a barrier. Money is never a barrier. But if it is a priority for you to attend, you will go find this money. You go find this money. Eradicate says, sell your bed. Sell your bed. It's better you're sleeping on the floor and you attend immersion than you have a bed to sleep on and you are not at immersion. Family barrier. Sit down with your family and make them understand the value you're going to get when you attend immersion. Make them understand that where you're going to, when you come back, you're no longer going to be the same person they used to know. You're going to be the best version of yourself. You're not a Kingsman. All you simply need to do is go and make sure you become a Kingsman. Do everything you need to do to become a Kingsman. Ladies and gentlemen, when the value of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Make sure you connect with the value of immersion at this cell meeting this morning. And guess what? The immersion is happening on the 16th to on the 18th of April at the Indoor Sport Arena, National Stadium, Abuja. It's going to be the rise of the warrior leader. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot but be at immersion. Congratulations to everyone who connected this morning. I'm trying to work with time, but I hope you got value this morning. So ensure you see no barrier. Ensure you see no obstacle. When value is known, obstacles are dissolved. When value is gotten, obstacles are dissolved. So ladies and gentlemen, this morning, to take us further this morning, and I'm going to bring up an amazing leader who is also coming on board to share with us values on how you can maximize this immersion, ladies and gentlemen. So to take us further this morning, permit me to bring up on stage no other person, to bring back my leader, Engineer Abayilala. Thank you for the privilege, and thank you, the entrepreneur mentor, for the opportunity to come up and share. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. Engineer Lad.
Thank you, Dr. Abraham. Thank you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That was just powerful. And I saw so many people crushing and crashing the barriers that are standing around their ways. So, talking about barriers, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce 3 special individuals this morning in our midst who are going to be telling us who are crushing every form of barrier to be at the immersion. And I'm going to be giving them just 60 seconds. They'll be telling us where they're coming from, what they need to overcome in order to be at the immersion. So you have just 60 seconds. And the first person I'll be bringing up on stage is no other person than Mr. or Engineer Fidelis Usman, all the way from the city of Glasgow in the United Kingdom. All right, so Fidelis Usman, over to you. Fidelis Usman, can you hear me?
Yes. Am I audible? Good morning, all.
Yes, you are. 60 seconds, please. Good morning.
Okay, thank you so much, my leader, for this opportunity. My name is Engineer Fidelis Usman, and I became a Kingsman in the last induction. The truth is, the value I have been getting from the C21FG, the value I've been getting from the C21FG has been so. In fact, the truth is, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it comes to finances, businesses, my mindset has been shifted. The way I used to think about business is not the way I think about business right now. I have had a 180 degrees shift in mindset. In fact, the truth is, from just attending cell meetings, the simple skills that I taught in cell meeting were able to help me to win an award here in Glasgow. It was a challenge. It was called Exploring Entrepreneurship. And when I heard about the challenge, I said, okay, let me put these skills I'm learning to the test. I have learned these skills. Let's see if these skills are marketable in the world generally. And I engaged in this competition with 5 other people. There were about 25 teams, and we were one of them. This competition took place in my school. I'm doing a PhD right now in mechanical and aerospace engineering. And so I partook in the challenge, and to God be the glory. Using these simple skills, I was the one telling them, this is how you tell your story. These are the components of a story. You know, your
60
background.
seconds, please. Just tell us where you're coming from. Tell us. 60 seconds is already.
Sorry. Okay.
Just tell us.
Right now, I am from Glasgow. In fact, I just had a conversation with my wife. I am doing all that it takes. All these barriers that were mentioned, I am going to crush them, and I will make sure that I attend this immersion, because I know that with just attending online cell meetings and the rest, I've been able to achieve this much. I know that a lot is waiting for me at immersion. So I will advise everybody to try and be at immersion. Try and be at immersion. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next person I want to bring up on stage is Mrs. Mercy Udo. Mercy Udo, kindly unmute yourself. You've been made a co-host. Kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, an amazing leader. Thank you for this opportunity. And I'm saying good morning to everyone there. Yes, this is Mercy Udo speaking from UK. And we are talking about immersion. From the day when I heard about immersion, my mind had been stirred up. And I told myself, because they said it's about the gathering of the Kingsmen, I told myself, come on, Mercy, you can become a Kingsman to be at the immersion. And, I had to work hard, and I did the needful. And today I'm a Kingsman. So here we are expecting the immersion on the from the 16th to 18th of next month. I am super excited. So what am I trying to say? If someone like me is making plans to be in Nigeria for the immersion, how about you in Nigeria? So we should be all ready. Get ready for the immersion. And if you are not a Kingsman, do the needful to become one. Because at the immersion, you know what the leaders have talked about the immersion. That's where you're going to discover the ultimate version of yourself, and your life can never be the same. You're going to be taught by the entrepreneur all over the world that will be attending the immersion. So do the needful to become the Kingsman and attend the immersion. I'm so delighted. And I've done the needful. Nothing is stopping me. I'm going to be in Nigeria to see you all. So see you then. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you at immersion. And to just wrap this up, I'll be giving one more person the opportunity. This is Miss Success Ude also, who's coming all the way from Europe, and you're just going to be hearing from her because she couldn't come up. She made a short video a 50 seconds video to talk.
Ambassador Michael. Yeah. Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Onyinye. I live in the UK and I've been here for 3 years plus now. Yes, immersion is coming. I am super excited about it. Like, I am really looking forward to it. It is a no miss to me, you know, it is really a no miss. Ambassador Michael has emphasized about the importance of immersion. All our leaders have been emphasizing on it since the it was introduced that this immersion is going to hold. So it's something I'm really looking forward to. I want to be that warrior leader that do not only lead but also serve. That's the version of myself I want to realize, and so much more, because I know that it's jam packed. There's going to be so much more that we're going to hear and receive and be impacted at the immersion. So all road leads to immersion. Thank you and see you there.
All right, thank you so much. These are some of our delegates. Time will fail us. So many other people are going to be here and would have loved to come up to speak, but because we're far behind time, allow me or permit me at this point in time to bring up one of our amazing leaders also. We call her the Hurricane. Anytime she comes with a storm, and she'll be coming up to share with us and speak to us what destination events can actually do for us. So join me this morning as I welcome on stage Amazon Ambassador Julia Justina Adams, also known as the Hurricane. Over to you.
Thank you so much, my leader, Engineer Bailada. Thank you so much to all the leaders in the house. And thank you so much to our president, the TM. So if you know what the seventh skill is, go and tell us in the chat box. What is the seventh skill? What is the seventh skill? What is the seventh skill? Are we promoting events? Are you promoting events in your team? I know a lot of us are already tired. They are just promoting this event. What's going on? My leader is disturbing me. My upline is disturbing me. Everybody is disturbing me. Go and write one thing about destination events. Who knows anything about destination events? I am a product of destination events. For those of you that don't know my story, my name is Julia Justina Adams. I resigned from the bank just to partner with this organization. And what happened? It was a destination event, right? I just saw one on my slide this morning. I said, let me just share it, right? Destination events. I'm just sharing it from my phone, just one slide, right? Can you see this event? What happened was that they told me, come and go for this event, though. Make sure you qualify. I said, hey, qualify. What do I need to do? And I did everything. I did everything to qualify for this event. I did everything. And when I got there, I was shocked. Somebody say shocked. I was shocked. This is a destination event. And when I came back, as you can see in my story, this is one of my slides, or before I just found it this morning. Guess what? I just sacked my boss. Immediately I came back from this event, I left the bank. Do you know why? I saw opportunities. I saw human beings. Let me tell you what I saw. It's not about traveling. Let me tell you what I saw. I saw people that were my mates. I saw people that didn't go to school. I saw people that were kids. I saw elderly people. When you come to Abuja, let me tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see people that are your daughter's age. You're going to see people that are your nieces, like your nieces. You're going to see people like your parents. You're going to see everybody trying to succeed, and you'll be wondering, so this business is not just for the old, or it's not just for the middle age, or it's not just for women, it's not just for men, it's for everybody. You're going to see somebody like you. You're saying I'm an introvert. So make sure anything to qualify for this event. What do you need to qualify? Just to become a Kingsman. Do you know that somebody will register next week and become a Kingsman? So it will cancel all those things in your head, because in your head you are saying, I've done the SMO now. It's not just these five APs I don't have. You're going to see somebody that will register next week and have the 5 APs. And you have been here 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 months, you don't have your 5 APs. You're going to understand that it's not because you don't have 5 AP, but because you don't want to get your 5 AP. If I told you that there was 5 million naira in that immersion, are you not going to gather around and rally around and do everything that you need to do? So for those of you that are angry with your uplines, your cell anchors, your team leads that were disturbing you, on behalf of everybody, I'm sorry, but we need to disturb you. I've never seen, since I knew my president, I've never seen my president attach so much importance to an event. I've never seen him promote an event like this one. I've never seen the G leaders talk about an event like this. I've never seen, if I want team lead told me that it's as if I want to have BP set, because I want to make sure that all my teammates are here. So your team leads, your cell anchors, your uplines, they just want the best for you. I know lots of you think that, oh, maybe I'm doing it for my upline. This my uplines, why are they just disturb? I just signed up into the business, immersion. Is it by force? I'll attend the next one. Do not allow this one to pass you by. I'm going to be handing over in the next 1 minute because my time is up. Do not allow this one to pass you by, because you have to wait for the next cycle. It happened to me. I was supposed to sign up in 2016. I signed up in 2018. Why? I don't have a reason. If you ask me now, I don't even know what happened. I don't know why I did not go. So I didn't know I didn't sign up. So if you don't go for this immersion, you'll be asking yourself, okay, what happened that time? Now that I have 15 Kingsmen, why couldn't I have just 5 that time? Why couldn't I just have 5? Somebody said I'll be opportune to see the leaders face to face. No, that's a good one, because it will change the perception of the business. You're going to be seeing people from abroad. People are coming from different countries to attend this immersion. How about you that is in Nigeria? How about you? You're just in Cameroon here. People are coming all the way buying. Do you know how much ticket is? Over $1 million. Over $1 million to buy tickets and come. And people are going to be coming. So I want to beg you on behalf of our leaders, right? On behalf of the team lead, since I'm a team lead, all your uplines have been annoying you. Allow them to annoy you for this period. Allow them to blow your phone. Allow them to wake you up from sleep. They just want the best for you. That's what this business has taught me. That I'll be down, I'll be sad, but I just want my downline to do well. Because if my downline is not doing well, me, I have failed as an upline. I have failed. So that's why your uplines are disturbing you like this. Allow them to disturb you for these few days. Just allow them. Just excuse them for these few days. And to that end, please, the events we're having in Port Harcourt, in Jos, in Abuja, in Lagos, if you don't buy tickets, if you don't buy at least 20 to 30 tickets, at least let's even start from 10 to 20 to 30 tickets. That means you're not doing yourself, you're not doing yourself well. You're trying to fail your leader, yourself, and your team. Get tickets. How much is ticket? 200 naira. And Port Harcourt is 500 naira. How much is ticket? 200 naira. You're saying you don't have your 5. In that event, you're going to have your 5. Carry your 5 and come and sign them up. In that event, they will sign up. Anybody that attends this event on Saturday and on Monday, they are going to sign up. So what will you do? Bring them to that event, right? While you promote the immersion to your teammates, make sure that you yourself, you have your 5. So thank you so much, Engineer Abayilala. I'm going to be calling an amazing person, amazing leader. I call her a special child. She's so special to me. Right? She's so special to all of us because she's fire. Somebody say fire, fire, fire. Somebody say fire, 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 fire. So I'm going to be handing over to Ambassador Oyin Ike. So take it up, my darling.
So much, ma'am. The Hurricane herself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. I want to give honor to our TM this morning. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I do not take it for granted. To all the leaders in the house, good morning. I want to especially welcome you. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the chat box and type immersion. I don't like this energy. I want to see immersion in the chat box. If you are not talking immersion, I can't hear you. I can't even listen to you. I'm going to be speaking on the power of destination events, the power of the immersion. If you're not at the immersion, you're going to be doing not just yourself a disservice, but generation upon generation to come. I tell people that there are so many people that don't have an opportunity to even see our business. They have not been opportune to see the business now that we are promoting immersion. It's after immersion that they will not sign up. I'm already feeling bad for them. But I am now saying, people that are already seeing the immersion already, people that are already in the business, and we have been promoting immersion, let it not be heard that you are playing with it or you gave excuses. One thing, power of destination events, transformation. I want to see transformation in the chat box. Now, let us come back home. Let's come back to Nigeria. The reason we have many problems in Nigeria is that we have so many people in leadership positions that have never, ever managed people or created wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is in dire need of warrior leaders. The world is in dire need of warrior leaders, not just leaders. Leaders that don't just lead, but they also save. The world is in dire need. And for you to be part of this opportunity of C21FG at this time, that means it is a call. That means there is something that God is expecting of you. And all He's expecting of you is to make sure that you are at the immersion. Because what is that's going to happen that day You are not coming for to the immersion to come and learn how to prospect, learn how to present. Is it not? I've been at events before now. Is it not Ambassador Nicole that will just come up and this one will not give a story? Let me let you understand that that is not it. This is a different one entirely. There is nothing like this that has ever happened in the history of C2 Energy. If you're not a Kingsman yet, all you should be thinking about is how will I become a Kingsman and how will I be there? I need you to understand that the extent of your exploit in life is determined by what you know, is determined by how transformed you are, is determined by how immersed you are. There is a level of exploit you will never, ever, ever achieve in this life if you don't have a knowledge of some things and if you're not transformed. The immersion is a call for so many people right now in C2FG to be transformed. The warrior leaders that God is looking for, they are going to be better that day. Let it not be heard that at this point in the next 1 year, you are still on the same level. Ladies and gentlemen, the second one, when you enter immersion or when you go for an event, destination event, there's usually this eureka moment. I can't even explain it. You might just say, people are here, everybody is here. But maybe there is just one message that is for you. You will just have that eureka moment and you will make a decision that day that this is where I'm supposed to be. What have I even been doing? Some of you will come back from the immersion and the house that you are living, you say, was I the one living in this house? All the things you used to settle for, you'll be like, was I the one that settled for this? Even the school your children are going to, some things that you are doing, you'll be asking yourself, was I the one? Why? Because you have been transformed. That eureka moment, please and please do not miss it. I need you to understand that your next level is tied to your obedience. Go to the chat box and type obedience. Wherever you are, what level you are, whatever you are doing, understand that your next level is tied to your obedience. Obedience to that instruction, obedience to that word, obedience to the instruction from our president. Go and become a Kingsman. Or anything you hear ambassadors saying since last year, it has always been Kingsman. That is an instruction. So your next level is tied to you obeying that. Secondly, what will happen that day is the birth of the 1% crazy. I want to see 1% crazy in the chat box. I want to see 1% crazy in the chat box. When God told Abraham, take your son to the mountain and sacrifice him, he was a 1% crazy man. When God told Noah, I'm going to destroy the earth with water, go and start making your ark, go and start building your ark. People thought he was crazy, but he was part of the 1% crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, when the angel appeared to Mary and said, you are going to give birth to a child, yes, you are a virgin. It might not make sense to people out there, but guess what? She was part of the 1% crazy. The Wright brothers that invented aeroplane, they are 1% crazy. Our own very own TEM is part of the 1% crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, are you listening to the sound of my voice this morning? And they are telling you, how can you be traveling from US to Nigeria for one event, immersion? What will you tell them? Tell them, I am part of the 1% crazy. When somebody tells you, you're not even getting results, they're telling you to go and do Kingsman, they're telling you to go and buy tickets. What will you tell them? I am part of the 1% crazy. I want to sit in the chat box. Make yourself separate. Separate yourself. Those that are 1% crazy are people that have dared. People that have said, I'm going to kill excuses. I'm going to kill procrastination. I'm going to separate myself to get the kind of result I want to get. I want to be transformed through the immersion, that calling upon my life, that destiny, that call that God has been assigned for me to achieve. He knows that I need to go through this immersion. He knows that I need to go to this transformative event. Therefore, nothing under the heavens will stop me from being part of the immersion. If anybody tells you you are not even getting results, you are a woman, leave your children. What you tell them, I am part of the 1% crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, please join me. Hey, we have a bigger masquerade in the house. They say those that labor over us are worthy of double honor. You know that you are part of the 1% crazy. I am about to bring up, I am about to introduce the definition of 1% crazy. Our visionary president, our leader, the star himself, the wealth creator himself, the eagle himself, the diamond himself. I am not seeing any excitement in the chat box. I believe the room should be maxed out right now because the person we're about to bring up, my goodness, our father, our mentor, ladies and gentlemen, get all your teammates right now to log in. If network logs you out, come back immediately and immediately because what you're about to hear in the next few minutes, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, without taking much of your time, please join me as I bring up no other person but our own visionary president, the entrepreneur mentor, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for this privilege to bring you up. We do not take it for granted. Thank you for gracing us this amazing morning. You are welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. Please go to the chat box. I want to see the welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Confirm you can hear me. I want to welcome everybody here to the Immersion Roadshow, the first of its kind. It doesn't happen before. We are on the roadshow promoting immersion. So confirm you can hear me and confirm that you can see me.
We can hear you, sir, but we can't see you.
Okay. Check my other device. Check my other device to be sure that my both devices are. Okay, confirm I can see me now.
Yes, sir.
All right. I welcome everybody to this today's Immersion Roadshow. And I'm going to start by saying this. For you to come to Immersion, you have to get your ticket. Number one, for you to come to Immersion, number one, you have to become a Kingsman. And number two, you have to get your ticket. If you're not a Kingsman, you can't come to Immersion because Immersion is a gathering of Kingsmen. And the early bird ticket ends on the 2nd of April, while the late bird ticket starts on the 3rd of April. So you have to get your tickets. You have to get it. If you want to do the early bird, you have to get it as quickly before the 2nd of April. And most of the time, we miss the things that God has destined for us, not because we want to miss them, but because we are not sensitive to the seasons of our lives. I'm also going to say this. Every once in a while, a window of opportunity is open. Every once in a while, a window of opportunity is open to mankind. People that are sensitive enough to see that window and to latch onto it, they separate themselves from the world. People that are sensitive enough to understand that this is not just a meeting. This is not just a sound meeting. This is not just this. For example, there are people that are supposed to be in this meeting, but they just see it's a normal cell meeting. It's a normal Thursday breakout cell meeting. And they're just, okay. Now, what has happened is that they were not sensitive enough to understand that there are seasons in life. There are opportune moments in life. There are timings in life that makes men and women. And when you miss those timings, when you miss those seasons, you miss out on a particular ingredient of your life. And when you come to the crossroad of your life, and there's a tool that you would have used to overcome, you don't overcome because when that tool was being handed over, you missed it. When they see people stranded in life, you're not meant to be stranded in life. You're not meant to come to a place where you become confused. You're always meant to have the answers at every stage of your life. But the challenge is when the equipment to give you that edge was being distributed, when the season, just like somebody wants to reap corn, other people are reaping corn, he goes to his farm, there's no corn. There was a planting season that came. He missed the planting season. And as a result, when the time for harvest comes, he goes to his farm, there is nothing to reap. Not because God didn't give him anything to reap, but because he missed the time when those things were being shared globally. Once in a given time frame, the heavens open for certain equipments to be given. But men are not sensitive to those timings. So when they come to the crossroads of their lives, they are looking for the equipment to survive. And because when that equipment was being handed, either through trainings like this, either through events, either through reading book, when those equipment were being handed, they were absent. So they come to the challenging times of their life. Mind you, what you call a challenge, another person is riding over it. The mathematics that's giving you problem to solve, another person doesn't see it as a problem. The challenge is that it's giving you problem because you don't have the equipment. You don't have the necessary equipment to solve that problem. And I dare to tell you, there's no problem in this world. It's a man's ignorance that is problem. There's no challenge in this world. It's a man's ignorance that is challenge. But guess what? Every man's ignorance can be defeated by knowledge. But when that knowledge is coming and you are absent-minded, that is the time you want to, as I'm speaking now, there's some people that's been listening to me, but something has taken them, they're checking their phone, something has taken them, they're going out there, they've chosen other things, they're making poor choices. When you make poor choices over time, your life begins to degenerate. And the poor choices that people make reflect in the outcome of their lives. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to hand over some keys to you. Everybody listening to the sound of my voice, you are not just a human being. Listen to me. A goat gives birth to a kid. When the kid matures, becomes a goat. A lion gives birth to a lion. A tiger gives birth to a tiger. A bird gives birth to an egg that becomes a bird. Who gave birth to you? There are two kinds of life. There are three kinds of life. We have the esoteric life, that is spiritual life. We have the physical life. Then we have the animal life. I put it to you that you are not a child of your parents because your parents does not have the ability to create you. Even though when they came together, they copulated and came to be. No, your parents don't have the ability to give life. Your father and your mother does not have the ability to create life. No. You're a child of your maker, which is God. Because it's only God that breathes life into human beings. What it means is this. The child of a dog is a dog. The child of a lion is a lion. The child of a tiger is a tiger. The child of God is a God. What it means that you have the DNA of your true creator on your inside. But do you know what happens to us? We don't excavate the potential. There was a story that was told of a lion that was given birth to. And when there was an attack, the baby of the lion, the lioness, everybody ran. And they left the baby of the lion in the desert. And a group of goats came and they saw the lion, the baby of the lion, the cub. And they took the cub and he began to live with them like goats. So he did not know that he was a lion. Because all through his life, he was living with goats. He didn't have a mirror to look at his face, to see that he is not like the other people. But because of the environment, he found himself bleating like goats, acting like goats. So one day, he went out in the company of the goats, and they came to a place, and all of a sudden, a lion appeared and started to run, chasing them. All the goats, they started running. He too began to run because he felt he too was a goat. So he ran with the other goats. Then one day, they went to the river to drink water or something. He now looks at the river, the water, and he saw a reflection of himself. And said, wait, what am I seeing? Is it not that same lion that was chasing us? He began to run because he thought he had seen a lion trying to come out of the water to chase them. Because they have been told, when you see lions, run, because they come to kill. When he saw himself, when he saw a reflection of himself in the water, he began to run because lion is coming to kill me. And when I told lion is coming, everybody ran. He came again in the company of people, in the company of the other goats, went to the water. He saw a reflection again. But this time around, as he was running, he was expecting other goats to run with him. But they didn't run with him, with it. And they're like, what? He said, no, can't see lion is coming. They said, no, which lion? We can't see lion. When he came back, he looked at the water again. Everyone was looking at the water. He now saw, I am not like these people. I am not like these people. I'm a lion. There's something about me that was different. So when next the lions came and everybody was running, he said, I am like this man. I am like this woman. I am like this lion. And when the lions roared, something in him roared. He said, no, I can't bleat. I roar like a lion. As the lion was roaring, he too roared. And he said, no, I can't run with these goats. I don't belong to these goats. He joined the company of lions and was roaring. This is where I belong. The things that is chasing me, I belong there. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not who you think that you are. You are the son and the daughter of your creator. You have the DNA of God on your inside. But what happens to us is this. A lot of us, despite having the DNA of God on our inside, we don't achieve those potential. Some of us, like that goat, we would live and die like a goat, bleating, eating grass. He said, no, I'm not meant to eat grass. I'm meant to eat flesh. But most of us, we live and die eating grass all the days of our lives. Why? Because we don't know who we are. There are certain potentials in us that negates where we are. But let me tell you something. You remain where you are until you begin to excavate those potentials. There are certain things that you do that begin to bring out those potentials. There are certain things that you activate that begin to bring out those potentials. If you can't activate that, most of us will die. And when you come to the end of your life, you're asking yourself, how did I squat all my life? How did I live my life like this? When you come to face with divinity, when you come to face with your potential, at the end of your life, you're 80 years old, you're about to die, and you come to face with your maker. How did I live my life a beggar? God, how? How did I live my life eating grass? And you discover that the potentials in you was never harnessed. The potentials in you were never discovered. And time becomes too late. And you weep on your deathbed. and you come to eternity, and you discover your potentials, and you saw you never tapped into the DNA of God on your inside. You went through life struggling. You went through life fighting the things that should be running away from you. You never truly understood who you are. And I'm going to tell you there are 5 things that help you to excavate your true potentials. I'm going to talk about them very briefly. There are 5 things that help you, that even though you have the DNA of God, if you don't engage those 5 things, you end up as a goat. You end up as a sheep. You end up not fulfilling your potentials. And when those things are on your inside, you need to, I call them technologies. You need to deploy these technologies. Just like this phone is here. There's a technology that will make this phone take pictures. There's a technology that's a way I will deploy this phone. This phone will begin to take videos. That's the way I'll deploy this phone. This one will begin to record. But I can have this phone, and if I don't understand the technologies, I will not deploy this phone for its optimal potential. So I'm going to share with you 5 technologies. And I'm going to be very brief about it. Number 1, for you to come to a point where you begin to excavate your true potential, you must come, and let me tell you this, people that deploy these technologies, they become great. That's why you see somebody, all of a sudden, you see Ronaldo, all of a sudden, you think Ronaldo is the only person that has this gift of football? No. There are several people in Nigeria that have the potential to play better than Ronaldo. The only difference is that they didn't see their potential. Maybe they're in the labs, functioning as laboratories, as medical lab scientists. Maybe they're in the field, acting as engineers, but inside them is the skill of a Ballon d'Or footballer. But they never excavated it. Maybe they are doctors, medical doctors, wearing stethoscope, but their leg is supposed to catapult their village into a global scene. You see people that the world is seeing. When you see a man that is being showcased by the world, what it means is that he tapped into the DNA of God on his inside. He tapped into a dimension of God. He tapped into who is the potentials that he has the capability to live out. And that's why you see them. How do you tap into that potential? Number 1, I'm going to give you some technologies. I call it technology of discipline. We see somebody, all of a sudden, he becomes disciplined. You are in school. You became a first-class material. You came out of first class. The difference between that person that came out of first class and the person that came out with top class, or second class upper, or second class lower, is one of it is the ability to discipline themselves. It will shock you, the person that came out of first class is not that brilliant, or it's not more brilliant than the person that came out of second class lower. But the person that came out of first class had that technology of discipline. He understood, I need to discipline myself. When I feel like sleeping, I need to wake up and go and read. When I feel like partying, I need to stop partying and go and read. I need to read not just one textbook on the subject matter. I need to discipline myself to read. That discipline becomes a technology that makes that person to tap into the potentials of God on his inside and begins to manifest his DNA, begin to manifest his potential. Oh, he's the best graduating student. It was the technology of discipline that he deployed into himself that made him to come to a point where people began to look at him better than the other people. Not that he was actually better than the person that came second, but because there's a level of discipline that he deployed. Discipline is a technology. So when you see some people disciplined, when you see some people operating some level of discipline, you see them rising above other people. And you begin to wonder, no. There's a level of discipline that brings you the potentials on your inside. If you don't, why do you think Ronaldo is where he is? That guy check his life. He has the level of discipline. One of the footballers that went to Real Madrid, they said, no, I want to be like Ronaldo. He said, camp starts by 7 o'clock. He said, I'll go by 5 o'clock so that I can train. He wanted to deploy that technology because he understands. Oh my goodness. He understands that there's a technology of discipline he needs to apply. By the time he went there by 5 o'clock, he saw Ronaldo already sweating. He came by 5 o'clock so that he can practice for 2 hours. As at 5 a.m. in the morning, he saw Ronaldo already drenched in sweat. He said, I give up. Because there's a technology of discipline that this man has applied that has brought him to where he is. He has a private yacht. He has all the things. He may not even go to church. He may not even go to mosque, but he has applied that technology. The second technology that you can apply is what I call the technology of mind exposure. Thoughts. You begin to read. That's why I see some people, they get a book and when they begin to read, your mind begins to expand. I call it mind expansion technology. So you see a man that didn't go to school. He's not as if he's not that intelligent, but because he did not have the opportunity to expose his mind to reading, someone that went to school begins to operate and expose and excavate a higher potential than him. Now, this person is a neurosurgeon. It's not that person is a farmer. That neurosurgeon is exhibiting a potential and a dimension of God more than the farmer. Not because he's better, but because he had the opportunity to read. And as he was reading, his mind was expanding. His mind was expanding. So he becomes better than that farmer that didn't go to school. Not because that farmer did not have the potential, but because that farmer did not have the opportunity or the exposure to read the kind of books that the medical doctor read. And as a result, the medical doctor became higher ranked than the farmer. When you come to an organization, the MDs, the people that make a lot of money, they are not better than the people that the gate men. The only difference is that there was a technology of mind expansion that the MDs applied. He went to school, he went to Harvard, he went to MIT, and as he was reading several books, something in his mind was expanding that began to excavate the potentials and the DNA of God. Even though the gate man has that DNA, he didn't have the opportunity to apply that technology of reading that expanded his mind. So both of them are all children of God, but one is a servant, one is a master. Because one applied that technology of mind expansion when he exposed his mind, when he read several books, and he read and read and read, all of a sudden, he became better. No man is superior to the other. God created every man equal. But we are not equal in terms of our manifestation because some of us are applying some technologies that bring out our potentials, while some people are not applying that same technology. At the end of the day, we are different cadres in life, not because we don't have the potential to get there, but because we did not understand the technology and we did not apply it. What is the third technology? The third technology, what I call, so when you understand this technology and you begin to apply it, what happens to you is that all of a sudden, who you are begins to come out. Your potentials you begin to see yourself, oh, I can do this. But they begin to celebrate you. What is the third technology? I call it the technology of spirituality. There's a dimension of your potential you cannot excavate if you don't go spiritual. That's why I see some people, they go and fast and pray for 7 days. All of a sudden, if you go on the retreat for 7 days and you fast and pray, or you're praying, all of a sudden you begin to see yourself aware, get some awareness. Something begins to come out. A lot of people that don't understand this technology, they have no value for the things of God. They have no value for spirituality. They don't read their Quran, they don't read their Bible, they don't go to church, they don't go to mosque. Their life is just basic. And as a result, they don't begin to excavate certain potentials in them. That's why you see some people, they will tell you, you want to become the president or the governor. Come and go and meet a native doctor. They will tell you to do this. What they understand that there's a technology of spirituality. I can't be at this level without deploying some technology of spirituality. So they go to the devil. They go to all those kinds of wicked and demonic and devilish means, because they understand that I can't be here. I'm a director general of one of the best Nigerian parastatals. I understand that for me to begin to exhibit and manifest this level of potential, I need some level of spirituality. So you see them, they'll go and drink blood, they go to the night, they go and kill, they go and begin to seek. They understand there's a technology of spirituality that you need to deploy if you need to operate at a certain level, bigger than your peers. As Ignition said, if I've seen farther than my contemporaries, because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. Let me rephrase that. If I've seen farther than my contemporaries, it's because I've deployed some technologies. So that spirituality becomes the technology. And when you say, okay, for the next 7 days, I'm going to fast. For the next 7 days, I'm going to live a holy life. For the next 7 days, I'm going to abstain from this, abstain from this. I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to maybe womanize. I'm not going to do this. You begin to abstain from certain things. You even you yourself know that there's a level of your potential that begins to come out that puts you at a place higher than your peers. Not because they don't have that potential, but because they have not they've not used that technology to excavate who they are. So you see men walking like slaves on the earth. You see men living from hand to mouth. A man that was designed to have dominion over the face of the earth begins to act in weakness. A man that was supposed to be a real estate mogul begins to be squatting around and begin to act like they're animals because they don't understand that there are certain technologies that they need to deploy to bring out who they truly are, who God has made them to be, who they are designed to be. Unfortunately, some of people live to the end of their lives. That is why one of my mentors said the greatest tragedy is not death. The greatest tragedy is coming to the end of your life and you discovered that you lived your life without a purpose. Time will fail me to go to the other two technologies for success. I'll be sharing those other technologies for success at Immersion. The fourth technology and the fifth technology, which are the most important technologies, I'll be sharing them at Immersion. But I want to tell you something. There is something that activates, even though I've told you these three technologies, I'm going to finish telling you these three technologies. You will go out and you will not apply it because it's not by hearing the technologies that make you apply it. Some people already know these technologies, but there's a power that enables you to apply those technologies to your advantage. Listen to me. A lot of people know discipline. They don't have to be disciplined. They don't have to be, but guess what? There's a power, there's an enablement that helps you to apply those technologies. So knowing those technologies is not enough. You need something that will push you. Let me give you an example. Somebody smokes. He knows that smokers are liable to die young, but he's always smoking. He knows that smokers, he wants to stop smoking, but he's always smoking. But one day, he feels, I can't stop smoking. I can't stop smoking. But one day, he walks into a doctor's hospital. He walks into a hospital, and the doctor tells him, if you smoke one more, if you continue smoking, go and write your will. You will not live. I've checked your distance. There's something, tuberculosis, or there's something in your lungs. If you don't quit smoking, just go and write your will. Somebody else will train your children. Go and write your will, because in the next 3 months, if this thing develops to a cancer, you're going to die. I'm not telling you to stop smoking, but if you don't stop smoking, from the reports I can see, from the X-rays, from the way your lung is compromised, if you continue smoking like this, in the next 3 months, 4 months, you will no longer be in the face of the earth. Somebody else will train your children. Your wife will marry another man. Go and put your house in order because you're about to die. All of a sudden, when he leaves that doctor's office, cigarette loses space in his mouth. He cannot smoke again. Why? Because he understood the technology of quitting smoking, but he needed an empowerment to enable him to operate the technology that he knows. Oh, you don't get. All of a sudden, you go to the hospital. They know every morning you should jog. Every morning you should jog. You should do exercise. I know I need to do exercise every morning. I know the one day exercise profited little. I know that there's a profit in exercising. I already know this since I understand it. But every morning from 6 o'clock, he's supposed to be jogging. He's sleeping on his bed. He will tell you it's very hard to wake up if you sleep on soft shit. He'll be giving any excuses until he goes and they do his check and they say, hey, your cholesterol level is this, your high blood pressure is this. If you don't jog, just know that you had a risk of it. By the time he hears that thing from the doctor, the following morning, he jacks up and begins to run in the morning. You see them, they are fat and they are running. What happens is that even though he knew the technology before time, he did not have the enablement and the empowerment to deploy that technology to make him become the ultimate version of himself. But all of a sudden, something happens, and a euphoria moment, a eureka moment, something just happens in his mind. And all of a sudden, that enablement enters into him, and he begins to do what he already knew could do, but he could not do. Listen to me. There is nothing that you want to do, you cannot do. What is happening is that you have not assessed the dimension of enablement to help you do that. So you see these three technology I showed you. The other two I'm going to share at the mention, which are more important. But guess what? You can even have those technology lined out. You will live here. You will not deploy those technologies, and you remain where you are. And at the end of the day, you become a waste to your generation. What God called you to do, what you were created to do, you can't achieve it. Why? Not because you don't know what to do, but because you lack the enablement. How do you get this enablement? As I begin to close, how do you get this enablement to enable you deploy those technology? If you understand the way the world works, men are given access to those enablements. Men are given access to those enablements. Let me tell you what happens. Different men, they climb and they have access to those enablements. And when men have access to those enablements, they become custodians of those particular enablements. When they begin to talk or they begin to mentor you, what they do is that they transfer those enablements to you. Oh God. Time will fail me to execute. But let me tell you something. That is why mentorship is not, oh, this is my mentor. That's why people don't understand the power of mentorship. They think their mentor is their friend. They think their mentor is they say, oh, my mentor is younger than me. My mentor is no, your mentor is your access. Because your mentor is someone that has gotten an enablement, that has a dimension of enablement, which you don't have. That's why you can read all the books. But when a mentor mentors you, one of the things a mentor does is that it transfers that is enablement to you. All of a sudden, that's why you meet people. They say, show me 5 of your friends, and I'll tell you where. You meet people that have the enablement of discipline. You work with them. You work with mentors that have that enablement. All of a sudden, you woke up in the morning, you become disciplined. Not because you didn't know that discipline was a technology, but you lack the enablement. But all of a sudden, as you began to move along with a mentor, with someone that had that discipline enablement, you assess that enablement through the person. So no matter what you know, you need men that have assessed that. That's why mentor. That's why you read the book. We read the book. When you're reading a book, what you're getting is the access to the enablement, the person that wrote that book. Somebody has an access. All of a sudden, he gets certain knowledge and certain enablement. And because of that, he puts it in the book. When you're reading the book, you're drinking of the spirit of that person. Also, after reading the book, you say, chai! After reading the book, your life changes. Not that your life changed, just that you assess that enablement that the person that wrote that book has acquired through years of study, through years of rigorous experience. They acquire an enablement and they put it in a book. And by you reading that book, you assess that level of enablement. All of a sudden, you begin to live life. Something you couldn't do before, you are now doing it because you read it through a book. What is going to happen in immersion? Let me break it down. That this technology, I'll be talking about the technology of success to make you a warrior leader. But in that immersion, men that over years have assessed that level, that dimension of enablement, they're going to bring that enablement. And as you're listening to them, you're going to be having access to that enablement. Just like that goat went and saw himself in the water. All of a sudden, he saw a reflection of himself. My face is not like this face of a goat. My face is the face of a lion. He saw that water was an access to enablement. He saw his face on the water. I am a lion. I am a lion. And even though he saw himself as a lion, he took another lion coming. And when that lion roared, something in him began to roar. He said, I can see myself. This is my face. That all of a sudden, he had the ability to roar, but he never roared. How many of us were destined to be roarers? We are destined to roar in our generation. We are destined to make impact in our generation. But because we have never seen a lion that roared, we ended up bleating for the rest of our lives. We are supposed to be eating flesh, not grass. Because you have not seen somebody that's eating flesh. You spend the rest of your life eating grass. At immersion, what happens at immersion? Men that have attained certain dimensions. Men that has a roaring in them. Men that have downloaded and decoded certain enablement, and they have acquired it over years. They pay the price for it. All of a sudden, you will hear them speak. And those technologies that you have already taught you, that I'm still going to teach you, you will have the enablement. All of a sudden, you access those dimensions. They will mentor you. You come out of immersion and say, guys, something has happened in me. Oh my goodness. Some of you wake up at 5 o'clock. All of a sudden, you come back and you see yourself waking up at 5 o'clock. Once it's 5 o'clock, sleep well. You that used to sleep for 8 hours, you start sleeping for 6 hours. You see yourself breathing, you see yourself doing things. What just happened is that by virtue of the exposure with men that roar, you have accessed that dimension of enablement. And how those enablement is what helps you to deploy the technology that you have been taught. That's why I said once in a while, God brings out opportunities, seasons of change. And when people miss those seasons of change, they don't know that they've missed it. But when they come to the battles of life, they don't have the armory to fight the battles. Most of us, the things that made us quit this business, God has in some meetings, in trainings like this, it has been given to you. But because we are not even available in those trainings, so you did not acquire those weaponry in your quiver. You didn't have it. So when you face those battles, you didn't have it. You didn't have it. So that battle swallowed you up. Not that because it was supposed to swallow you up, but when those ammunitions was being delivered, either through training, either through some meetings like this, either through things like they mentioned, you were absent. So when you came face to face with your opportunities, you didn't have what it took to harvest opportunities. People have come face to face with their destiny helpers, but what they needed to do, the humility, the responsibility, and their destiny helper just walks past them, and they're asking God, where's my destiny helper? Why? Because the time came when the equipment was being delivered, they were not there. They missed it. They trivialized it. They say, is it not immersion? Is it not training? Do all these things, all these things. At the end of the day, they missed the equipment. That's why God said, battles are not the strong, nor rich is the bend of the sun, but time and chance have not. There's a time and a chance that came for you to acquire what you need to deliver your generation, but you missed it. Immersion is that kind of place. So when you say I missed immersion, oh, it's just a training. When they come out, they'll come and teach me. You have missed a part of destiny. And that is why the only thing you should be doing now is, how do I come to immersion? How do I become a King's fan? God, help me. You tell your mother, help me. Tell your father, everybody help me. I can't miss immersion. But why? Because that is where the makings of a warrior leader, leaders that don't just lead. Why have a lot of leaders that are leading? But only few leaders have the capacity to save. A warrior leader is not just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Time will fail me. Time will fail me. Time will fail me. Because this meeting has to end. Time will fail me to begin to explain to you what a warrior leader is. The making of a warrior leader. My time is up. My time is up. My time is up. But my prayer to you is, never miss your opportunities when they come. Never miss it. Immersion is that opportunity for so many people. You might think it's a joke. Some of you that will miss immersion, one day you will remember this meeting and it will come to you. This is what Ambassador Mike was talking about. You have come to the greatest challenge of your life. And you don't have what it takes to deal with it. As you live here, the only thing that's in your mind, the early, if I'm some of you, I'll go and buy the ticket. I bought this ticket, I must get my 5 active partners. You don't give an option. The reason some of you will not come for immersion, because in your mind, you think it's an option to miss immersion. Missing immersion is not an option. Because life will come again after 5, 6 years. And asking yourself, why don't I have this enablement? You see people that attended immersion, you see their life change, and ask yourself, why did I miss immersion? You're not attending immersion because you told yourself it's an option. Buy the elevator ticket is end on the 2nd. That will be no extension. It's end on the 2nd of April. There will be no extension. Buy your elevator ticket and go and get your 5 active partners. Go and study the SMO checklist and tell yourself, immersion, here I come. Immersion, here I come. Immersion, here I come. I told you guys a story on the eve of this new year. I was beside a lady. You look more like, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but she looked more like a house help because she was wearing, how can you come? She was wearing bedroom slippers. more like she was very like she didn't look like someone that maybe was, and I was led to give that lady $1 million, and she missed it. Even though she was praying, she missed the opportunity because she did not recognize the seasons of her life. She didn't recognize the seasons of her life. And when you miss an opportunity, it's not there. Somebody else goes to grab it. That's why when you come back, it's no longer there. It's no longer there because somebody grabbed it. Some of you, there's something that God wants to do in your life through immersion. When you miss it, somebody will take up that mantle. The moment you miss your timing, that opportunity will not be there waiting for you. Somebody will see it and will grab it. May nobody ever take your place. May nobody ever fulfill what God has asked you to fulfill. Then my time is up. I'll bring this meeting to a close. Do not miss immersion, because your generation will ask you, why did you miss immersion? God bless you. Engineer Lad, you can close the meeting.
All right. That was an amazing one. Thank you so much, Dr. Ambassador Michael Okoli. Can we all go to the chat box and say a big thank you to our leader? We appreciate you. God bless you, sir. God bless you. God bless you for all you do for us. God bless you. How many of us are going to be at the immersion? Go to all of your WhatsApp group. Go and bring it down. Put your excitement in all of your WhatsApp groups. I am going to be at the immersion. I am going to unlock my full potential at the immersion. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. God bless you. We truly appreciate you. Now we have to get this done. Don't get distracted. Go out there and make it happen. God bless you. The meeting has officially come to an end. I wish the best for each and every one of us. And I'm going to see you at the immersion. Thank you so much. Host, kindly end the meeting.